I even considered quitting programming because I thought I was stupid and that programming was too hard. If you are making any of these 5 mistakes while learning programming, I'm sorry to say this, but you're just wasting your time, your energy, and you'll never master programming. Hello, and welcome back to my channel. In the last video, we talked about how to start learning programming, what you should do, and what you should avoid in your journey as a beginner. Well, today we'll talk about 5 major mistakes many beginners make and how to avoid them, so you can accelerate your learning and growth as a strong developer. Number 1. Learning multiple programming languages in the same time is one of the common mistakes made by beginners. They think to become a strong developer, they need to learn several programming languages in the same time. But this is not true, because you'll learn the same fundamentals and the same concepts in different languages. For example, if you learn how to deal with loops in CSharp, it's the same concept in all languages. You don't have to learn it again in any other language. So, to avoid this mistake, you need to choose only one language and master the fundamentals of programming. Then you can choose any specialization you want, like web development, application development, and so on. If you don't know how to start learning programming or which language you should start with, you can watch this video. I explained everything there. So, before start learning any language, you should ask yourself, why I want to learn this language. For example, I want to be a front-end developer. Then I need to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Now I have a reason to learn these languages. I want to be a backend. Then I have to choose only one language used in backend development and master it. Please stop wasting your time by learning many languages for no reason. Because when you try to learn multiple languages simultaneously, you end up jumping between different concepts and fundamentals, which causes confusion and a lack of focus. Instead of mastering one language well, you may only gain superficial knowledge of each language, preventing you from reaching an advanced level in programming. It's better to start by focusing on one language and learn its core concepts. Once you feel comfortable and confident in that language, you can expand to learning other languages as needed. This way, you'll make tangible progress and develop strong programming skills that will enable you to handle different projects and challenges effectively. Number 2. Watching multiple courses for the same language is a common mistake many beginners make. Some might think that watching several courses for the same language will help them understand it better, or provide extra skills, and might find some information doesn't explained in the first course. But this is not true and can lead to confusion rather than progress. So you must avoid this mistake as you can, because the tutorials often cover the same concepts. Number 3. Watching tutorials without applying the concepts practically is a catastrophic mistake many people make while learning programming. So many beginners watching programming tutorials like a film, and they believe that watching videos is enough to understand the concepts and gain skills. However, the truth is that programming requires active engagement with code and constant problem solving, because real learning happens when you apply what you have learned to exercises and small projects. Through practical application, programmers face real challenges and solutions, helping them strengthen their understanding and develop problem-solving skills. Therefore, anyone who wants to become a proficient programmer should balance between watching and practicing. For example, this is C# tutorial. Its duration about 4 hours. Does this mean that after 4 hours, you will master the C#? Of course no. 4 hours to know the C# concepts, but you'll need 2 months or more of practicing and coding to master these concepts. So please stop watching the courses like a football match and practice a lot, even if you understanding the concepts, because the practical part is the only way to become a strong developer. The mistake number 4 is starting with complex and difficult projects from the beginning. While the challenge may seem appealing, this can quickly lead to frustration and a sense of failure. When you jump into a complicated project without having the necessary fundamentals or experience, you may encounter significant difficulties in understanding and solving problems. This feeling of helplessness can discourage you from continuing and result in a loss of motivation. In the beginning of my programming journey, I was really excited to create a snake game after 1 week of learning C#, but I failed at it and felt very discouraged. I even considered quitting programming because I thought I was stupid and that programming was too hard. Fortunately, I consulted one of my friends. He was a backend developer at that time. His advice was to focus on learning the basics first, doing simple exercises and easy projects. This advice helped me a lot on my programming journey as I started learning gradually and building my skills with more confidence. Now I want to give you the same advice. It's better for beginners to start with small and simple projects that allow them to learn the basics and gradually develop their skills. These projects help build confidence, offering opportunities to learn from mistakes and make tangible progress. Over time, as they gain more expertise, they can transition to more complex projects, ensuring a more enjoyable and motivating learning experience rather than one filled with frustration or failure. Number 5. Comparing yourself to others is one of the biggest obstacles beginners face in programming, and it can be damaging to motivation and creativity. The beginners may see others advancing faster or succeeding in building complex projects while they're still learning the basics. This feeling of comparison can lead to a sense of inadequacy or failure, which often results in a loss of motivation to learn and continue. The truth is that learning programming is not a race, and each person has a unique background and may encounter different challenges and learning paths. It's essential for you to realize that programming, like any other skill, it takes time and effort. Rather than constantly comparing yourself to others, you should focus on your personal progress. Constant comparison can lead to negative emotions and affect self-confidence. Ultimately, what matters most is learning from your mistakes and respecting your own learning process. You should know that success in programming comes from perseverance and consistent practice. Well, these are the most common 5 mistakes among the developers. I will quickly mention them again. Number 1. Learning multiple programming languages in the same time. Number 2. Watching multiple courses for the same language or same concept. Number 3. Watching tutorials without applying. Number 4. Starting with complex and difficult projects. And the last one is comparing yourself to others. Make sure to avoid them to learn programming the right way. Finally, if you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to stay updated with our latest content. And if you have any question, you can put it in the comments box.